your girl, JV. Hi, Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021. Baby, don't mind the aesthetic. Some of y'all may be really checking yourselves, feeling yourself, coming into yourself as you should. Chiron is now direct in your sign, and there's so much that you are learning or have really learned, and now it's time to put it into action. So what have you learned about the way that you heal, Aries? What's going on with your defense mechanisms, your coping mechanisms, how you love, but ultimately how you love yourself. So I do feel like this Capricorn season, this is just coming up. It's about putting work into loving yourself the best possible, the best way possible. I'm filming this, on winter solstice. Happy Capricorn season, that 12/21/2021 portal energy that's happening, that cosmic mirroring that's really taking place. Lots of duality, the polarities. But I do feel like this filming on this day is really going to help me like channel into that, like quick ascension, like possibilities that are coming in for you guys. It's like you do get something like we, and I can say we, and I do the best to like separate my personal life and my personal shit from these readings. But there is something about like we with the shits. If there's anything about us, it's like we're a quick study. And so I do feel like there is an opportunity to learn something quickly or come up quickly, or that's going to manifest differently for everybody. So, like I said, Chiron is now direct in your sign, and I do feel like it's okay for you to ride that fine line between self-aware and self-centered. Someone's got to. Anyway. On what is this? I do feel like it's important, everybody, it will be impacting everyone. Jupiter is going into Pisces on December 28th. And it's very, oh shit, look at God kind of vibes. Benevolence coming in. There may be something with a Sagittarius or a Pisces, or intensifying your connections to those signs. Happy New Year, for sure. I want to access these notes. There is a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn season. Mercury will be entering Aquarius. Mercury will be entering Aquarius. I'm getting ready to have a Mercury return when Mercury goes into Pisces in Aquarius season. So bring on the stuttering. But also watch your words, and I just welcome that in. No, I speak clearly and proficiently and eloquently all the time. Anyway, find a way to turn your shit around when you speak negatively about yourself. Out loud, especially. And so that's a reminder to myself, and that's not me being whatever. Anyway, okay. On January 2nd, Mercury goes into Aquarius. On January 14th, Mercury retrogrades in Aquarius. And I do feel like this is important for you, Aries, because you can really be extra slick-mouthed during Mercury retrogrades. And so you just need to really mind your manners, mind your words, just be more cognizant of what you say. Hydrate. I do feel like this is a great time for you to start thinking more broadly, expanding your horizons, especially in regards to whatever it is you're building or you're growing or you're working on or studying. On January 17th, we have the full moon in Cancer, which is going to be hyper emotional as always. So yeah, you have that to look forward to. January 18th, Uranus will be going direct in Taurus. And that is the same day that the North Node is going to be going into Taurus as well. So this feels revolutionary for the collective, for everyone. And you, Aries, tend to feel shit first. And with this being so close to you, because North Node going into Aries, some of you maybe pay attention, look at where your North Node is. My North Node rides that Taurus Aries line. So this is a big, big time of coming into my purpose and fulfillment. And so pay attention to where your North Node is. Look that up. You can Google it. But collectively, I feel like when the North Node goes into Taurus, there is going to be a shift in values and what is valued, what is exalted, what the mission is. And I do feel like there is something about exposure coming up. So Aries, as long as you are living with, I mean, not as long as there's anything, do you. But do your best, as you always do. And you tend to lead a life that is full of integrity and honor. And a lot of people will call it selfishness, but it's just like there's integrity in you doing what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it. At least you're not out here lying. And if you are out here lying, chill out. Because karma. Oh, I wanted to know on January 11th, I know it's backpedaling a little bit. January 11th, Mars, your ruling planet, will be in Sagittarius and will be squaring Neptune in Pisces. And I do feel like this has something to do with like your ambition, really like squaring off with your beliefs, your ambition, squaring off with what the illusions that you cling to. Maybe some tension with another Aries within yourself, with a Scorpio or Pisces, Sagittarius. I do feel like there is just something about, I just heard purification, and that's not what I was going to say. But that may be what's coming up. Lots of like it feels like pimple popping energy. So whatever comes to the surface to be purged, let it out, because your ruling planet Mars is making its way into Capricorn, but that's in Aquarius season, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but that's exaltation, baby. So just trust and believe. I know it gets better. Hey, you ain't gotta be stressed out. All right. Don't turn the music loud. Ooh, you ain't gotta have no doubt. All right, Aries. Steady yourself. If you're sitting, if you can, try to get both your feet on the ground. Feel connected. Feel that unit, that circuit. That's the word. That circuit between you and below, and the circuit between you and above. Hydrate. Fight it if you got it. Because we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021, baby. First card out being Death card, and then the Page of Wands. Who else got the Death card first? I think it was Pisces. So there may be something special going on, or something transformative, or a metamorphosis between you and a Pisces, or you and a Scorpio. Possibly a transformation or profound ending, or big aha moment, or synchronicities between uh, you, another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or Scorpio. Deep transformation within yourself, deep transformations and progress forward in your relationship with yourself. Possibly some of you ending a relationship that you had started, maybe something that was in the initial stages, something that was in the talking phase, possibly. Maybe the end of a project, but whatever ends, I know it gets better. Don't make me sing all over again. It gets better. Room is being made. All right, Aries. And don't fear the ending just because it's the end. I do feel like, I just saw, like, it feels very rose out of concrete. And I do feel like some of you are really initiating something new, or some personal power is being risen up within you. Something that you are now able to get, something ends so that now you're able to get ambitious or in motion. For some of you, something, some room is made. And for some of you, you're really able to start a new romantic relationship, a new sexual relationship, a new spiritual relationship, maybe a new relationship with a child. Some of you, I do feel like there's grief, loss that is really going to forge just deeper relationships or deeper connections with your spirit. Some of you, I feel like the loss that you've experienced really starts to turn into something profound. Something is growing. Interesting. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Take a deep breath. Useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Strength. Definitely a fire sign around. Maybe a Leo. Maybe some of you are getting a cat, having a relationship with a cat, or thinking about getting a pet. I do feel like something's going on with your vitality, with an uprising of your physical energy. Maybe some of you are finally starting to work out, or finally starting to harness your physical energy in a certain way. Six of Pentacles reverse. Because now I feel like what's ended are these imbalanced power, like these imbalanced power dynamics in your life. There may have been some situation that was parasitic as opposed to symbiotic. There would be some situation where you were giving way too much, or you were receiving way less than what you deserve. If it wasn't you, flip it. You know what I mean? But I feel like what's happening now, and maybe this is something that's coming through from Scorpio season. I feel like from Scorpio season, or for the last 13 months, some of you, 6 years, 13 months to 6 years, some of you have really like earned your fucking stripes. You've really like laid the groundwork for the tables to have turned, and now you're like, no mas. I am no longer like, I can spot a power move. I can spot some dominating situation, or some unequal situation. Some, like, you know what it feels like now when it's not mutual, when it's not reciprocal. You know what inequality feels like too much. You've seen it and you've experienced it, and now it's just like, I'm focusing on balance and restoration, and trusting that the tables are going to turn. And some of you, I feel like in Capricorn season, you finally start to stand up for, like, no, it's like not really feeling interested in playing hero anymore for anyone. There may be some weirdness or tension or imbalance or disharmony in a situation or a connection with someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. Yeah, like things coming up, things that need to be said. You may feel like something's not fair. All right, final card, final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021. Aries, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for daily tarot readings. My Instagram. I don't know if I did this, so I'm just going to do it again. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Check out my website, justjeverything.com, and Instasham, justj_everything.com. All right. Final card, final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021. And what came out, I asked for one card, but it's two cards came out. I'm not going to keep them both, but Three of Pentacles and then the Knight of Wands. There's definitely, and let's say your phone is dry as fuck. There's no other fire sign outside of you. I feel like your ambition, your drive, you're really getting into motion. I do feel like some of you, this disharmony, the things that were imbalanced, the connection, some of you may be like sifting through or getting rid of old friends, or really like learning lessons from old friend groups, or like people, like, it's like whenever you realize like, oh, I don't want to hang out with these kind of people because I used to hang out with those kind of people, that kind of thing. Or I don't want to date this kind of person because I've done this, that kind of thing. There's some sort of like retroactive or retrospective lesson that I feel like is coming in. Venus is retrograde and Capricorn squaring you. So I do feel like there's a lot of lessons coming in and reassessments coming into how you spend money, what you want long term, who you want to collaborate with. Maybe some of you are thinking about going to therapy, thinking about collaborating. And if you are thinking about like launching a project or something, I feel like it's time to get a team. It's time to like create a creative team, or go to people who, some of you, I just keep hearing like social media manager, and it's probably a sign for myself as well, but some of you is just like, maybe you need to be a social media manager, or you need to hire one, or it's like you need to stop trying to fix something yourself and go see a professional about that. 18, whenever I looked at the clock, it was 1818, so that's 9-9. So something may be over. There may be like something you need to be done trying and reaching for a professional. There may be some sort of ending, maybe that you're needing therapy to help process, or some sort of inequality. But I do feel like you've earned your stripes, and it's time to get out of any sort of begging position and into a place of, sorry, I had that wrong. And into a place of getting ready to collaborate, getting ready to co-create, getting ready to initiate. But also make sure that the people that you're going to are fucking qualified for whatever it is that you're going to them for. That is a big thing. You don't call a fucking plumber when your car breaks down. If you are having questions about opening up your relationship, you don't talk to the person that's only practiced monogamy. If you are thinking about going to therapy, you don't ask the person who is like adamant about therapists being scam artists. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. Or if you're thinking about, getting more into astrology or divination, you don't ask the person who, like the skeptic. Pay attention. That's what I mean. And make it make sense. Aries are the closet intellectuals of the zodiac, and you, if anyone know how to make it make sense. And so there is something about make it make sense logically, but also make it make sense, honey. Make it make sense. And get emotion. I feel like some of you finally it's time to exert your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. Just make sure that you're not moving too fast, because the Knight of Wands often has to go back because he forgets things. And so I do feel like um, if you don't want to get pregnant, be careful. If you don't want to like if you don't want to derail the progress that you've made, then stay structured and create structure for yourself. But fam, Capricorn season's looking quite littylicious up under here. Because look at this. Look at all this fire energy. But that Empress energy, it's like make sure that you are taking care of yourself as much as you are pushing yourself, because I do feel like this is like really, there's lots of Leo energy here. I think there's lots of realizations coming to light about the way that you love yourself, the friends that the company that you keep. I feel like some of you are really getting out of survival mode and really getting to a place where you're ready. The divine's like, you're ready to co-create with the divine. You're ready for this new relationship, this new exertion of passion, this new fun friend group or trip or adventure or risk that you're taking in business. I do feel like there's stuff about parents coming up. Some of you may be celebrating children. Maybe you want a kid, or there's a new kid being born into your family or something of that nature. You may have to travel home for that. Or some of you are really steering away from family, things of that nature. Maybe you don't want to go home for the holidays, things of that nature. Know that you're not alone. I know it is a really like shitty time for some people. I do not, the only holidays I celebrate are Gregorian New Year's, my birthday season, which is the real New Year, and my actual birthday. So, holidays are always weird for me too, but know that you're not alone and I love you. Reach out if shit gets real. There's always someone that will reply. And I do feel like, even though these aren't the cards that's coming out, I do feel like there's a lot of transformation that's going to, a lot of like tilling the soil in Capricorn season, because there's some yummy stuff coming in. And ultimately in Capricorn season, with strength being at the center of the reading, I do feel like there are some times or some experiences that are going to be coming in that are going to make you feel a little bit weak. And that weakness is just balance, because y'all motherfuckers think that you're invincible and you just be going, and not even processing any of the shit that you've gone through. And it's like, okay, a year goes by and you're like, fuck, that actually hurt my feelings. And so that could be some things that are coming up. It's just like processing some emotions for real this time, laying some things to rest for real. And that requires you to let go of your illusion of control, really sit still and get peaceful and balanced in your spiritual practices, allowing yourself to surrender to the fact that weakness and vulnerability and intimacy are strengths. I can't even say are strengths. And intimacy and vulnerability and sexuality is a really big thing that's coming up here. Like feeling safe and exerting and expressing your sexuality, especially if it's within, maybe just start with yourself. For some of you, it's like you're finally starting to experience intimacy and sexuality with yourself in a new way. And so you're able to share your body or your sensuality or your energy with others in a different, more healthy way. And so that feels profound. And it feels like a big change. And so Aries season really starting out with a bang for you guys, and the heart of it is that you are getting to the heart of it. Getting to access your heart. It's just the cost of that is some ego death and some breaking down of the pride. But you got this. You're born to bend and break and rebuild. And this is the season where you really get to do it for your fucking self, for the right reasons. I love you. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.